Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. We're going to talk a little bit about, I guess, a continuation from yesterday with this key level here at $100, just how important that support and resistance level is. Of course, that's a fib level at about 0.382 as well, so we're going to discuss that and obviously jump into some backend data to see what's up here with liquidation. And I do want to give some quick congrats to our community members here. Pretty straightforward, but we took some nice profits from Solana yesterday. 12 hours, 30%. That was a 5x leverage trade. And of course, we had a Bitcoin trade going to the weekend, about 36% in 4 days. So congrats on that. Last but not least, too, we have shorts open so far with most of my coins. We can see Matic, ETH, and XRP as our breadwinners there for my day trading bot. Okay, so again, if you're new to the community, just know I've got a day trading bot. That's my Premium Plus group. Those are essentially just trades taken from my automated trading bot, and then of course I manually trade my swing trades, which is my premium group. Just kind of those are trades that I control. And if you're curious about the results, this is the results we saw from last month. Pretty awesome, really good stuff there. Congrats again to our community members for that. Taking a look here at Solana though on the daily time frame. Let's check that out in a minute. I want to look at the liquidation first. We'll start with a 7-day liquidation here. And what this is basically is just kind of showing us in the last 7 days how much liquidation has occurred at specific price points. We can see right now there's a ton of liquidation at about 104, 105. I'm speculating that's going to get hit soon because, again, I know we ramped up to 104 yesterday when Bitcoin was hitting 47,000. Guess what? Bitcoin is still at 47,000. However, you got to recognize, too, Bitcoin dominance is on the rise, and this is somewhat of a good thing because price action for some altcoins are mostly going sideways. Solana's not doing terrible at all, and the fact of the matter is, with Solana recovering quicker than most of the other markets, most of the other coins in the market, we're looking at seeing a pretty significant increase if Bitcoin can continue to sustain its current price point. So, again, a lot of reasons why this is a very positive sign, but the truth is, if you're shorting Solana, shame on you. You could say the same thing back here too, don't get wrong. I mean, folks took money on the way down as well, but right now we have seen this shift in momentum where the market is almost back on track, if you will. Nothing happened with the Bitcoin ETFs, the spot ETF, but the fact that nothing happened is kind of the reason why we're seeing this, and that's kind of a good sign. So generally speaking, that's where we're at. So 104, 105, heavy concentration liquidation is right here at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So we will see heavy liquidation if the price wicks up there, which it did already one time. Good chance there's a lot of liquidity and fair value there as well. We'll look at that in smaller time frames, but looking at the daily time frame, we're seeing MACD starting to gain momentum. Hasn't fully converged yet, which is fine, but with stochastic RSI has, and that's one of those signs that we took as well yesterday as a contributing factor. I don't know if you saw my video from yesterday, Solana, from yesterday morning, but I was pretty excited about taking it along. We did, and it worked out very well. Granted, we probably wouldn't have hit all the targets if Bitcoin hadn't pumped, but it's still ready to rock and roll on its own anyways, okay? Because again, Solana is starting to disalign itself with Bitcoin, and that's a very positive sign. We're back up over 50 on the RSI, and Money Flow Index is trailing behind. Mostly good stuff there. Slightly not, but mostly good. In fact, let's take a look at the moving averages. We retested the 20-day SMA, so getting above that level is pretty huge. Honestly, we can get a closure about 103, 104, 105, either today or this week. We'll be in pretty good shape to be able to confirm the bullish uptrend. Still a little premature at this point, so we're not like 100% out of the woods, but we're getting closer. We're starting to hack through all that brush and making our way to free and clear. So let's go ahead and take a look here at this chart on the 4-hour. We're below the 100-day SMA, not fantastic, but we're testing the 50 and above the 20. 20 is a good set, a good game set match, so to speak, for confirming that we've shifted momentum on the 4-hour. So being above the 4-hour, 20-day SMA to me is huge. The other two, of course, we'll figure that out in due time. It's not like they're major issues, but the 20 and the 200 are the ones I pay the most attention to. We're above both of those, and that's the most important to me, at least in the 4-hour. Again, different strategies, of course, but here, I think it's looking at like a pretty decent situation. If we take a look at stochastic RSI, we are swinging down for the second time. And as you've heard me say before, the second divergence is the most impactful, not the first. So that does imply that this pullback could continue further, but it also implies that we're holding strong at $100. If we close over 100, we're probably in good shape. You got to recognize, only trading stochastic RSI or MACD, for example, is never the right way to go. You use it contributing with other factors. We're above 50 on the RSI, so a stochastic swing would push us down a little bit, but it would likely bounce us off that level. So if the price does pull back further, we'll probably have that as a support. I'm not super worried about stochastic RSI showing us it wants to pull back because of how much volume we've seen here coming to the coin, we're above that volume resistance, and we have that using that as a support. I mentioned $98 to 100 is a really strong support level or resistance. Us being above that level for the last 12 to 16 hours, that's a really good sign. Okay, and yes, we wicked down pretty aggressively when Bitcoin pulled back, but Bitcoin certainly looks like it wants to sustain its current price action. Okay, so to me, with Bitcoin not looking like it wants to pull back, Solana kind of doing its own thing independent of Bitcoin, but also pushing up when Bitcoin does. Those are some good things there too. So I guess in summary here, Solana's looking pretty strong. While there's still some conflicting information, it's not a tremendous amount. Just like yesterday, we saw some things being like, okay, maybe we shouldn't take the trade, but statistically, there were some larger probabilities in place, and I'm glad that we did, right? Again, there's never a perfect trade, but if you increase your likelihood of success, you can do so by ensuring that you're on the right side of the track. So again, we've confirmed that we're in this little bullish little uptrend here. We're establishing higher highs and higher lows. This most recent low, even though it wicked down, was not lower than the most recent or the previous. So again, very, very good stuff. So all in all, this is a very strong situation here for Solana. I'm looking for a closure at $100 or higher today, give me some kind of confirmation. So what I'll do is I'll reevaluate this coin later today, double check a few things. But if the price just goes sideways here for a little while, I think we'll be in pretty decent shape. You got to keep in mind lag and span is soon to intersect with the price action. So, if the price doesn't go up in the next 12 to 24 hours, we may want to consider a different alternative. But at this point, I think it's worth holding our current long position open. I feel comfortable with that, especially how well this coin is behaving. We can also talk to, if I recall correctly, I saw this earlier, there is somewhat of a flag pattern here as well for this coin. So if we were to break above this channel, there's a great chance we'll be able to see the price continue higher. Okay, so again, I'll post this on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can kind of see. And if you're not familiar, I do have play out charts of different coins that I analyze, kind of just giving you perspective. So feel free to follow that if you're curious. If not, there's an alternative on Telegram as well. But at this point here, Solana's looking pretty strong. That's, if I gave it a statistical probability of further upside, it'd probably be like 70–80%. And that's pretty high, all things considered. So again, that's kind of where we're at there for this coin. What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. If you haven't yet already, make sure you use this link to register for Bitunix. There's a phenomenal trading competition coming up here in about 5 days. They're an excellent exchange too, no KYC, no VPN. That's why we use them as a community. But be sure to use this link down below to register if you already use my link to create your account. You have to use my link to do this, of course, just because Bitunix likes to make sure that our community members are rewarded for having used that link. So we will have future trading competitions within the community as well. So again, check that out if you're curious. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Don't hesitate. On my website, I have a contact us section. You can reach me through Telegram, Discord, or Twitter. But otherwise, I just deeply appreciate you watching, and thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. I have a lot of really cool, awesome Solana subscribers, and I greatly appreciate you. And thanks again always for liking the videos and commenting below. Deeply appreciate that. Have yourself a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.